ऐसे मत जाना. Good afternoon, all of you, and welcome to weekly current affairs session for environment, science and technology for the week of November 30 to December 7. We'll be covering all the current affairs that we have seen in the past 1 week and which are also important from your exam point of view. If the audio is clear and if you can see the screen properly, just let me know in the comment section. See, any details with regards to exam preparation, you can what you can do is call our academy. The phone number is available in the description below. Call our academy and you can book a free counseling session with our experts in civil services, and they will guide you about preparation of the exam entirely free of cost. So that is something you can resort to. All right, so without further ado, let's begin this session for today. Let's see what are the topics that we have. See, in the index, we'll be covering 3 topics for today. The first one is Great Barrier Reef. The second one is zombie virus, and the third one and most important one for us today is the Great Indian Bustard. If you are already aware of Seize the Mains, then that's fine. But let me reiterate what Seize the Mains is. See, Seize the Mains is a daily answer writing initiative of our academy. We put one question in this 2:30 p.m. live session every day, and we also update that question on our website. What you do is, since that question is relevant for your UPSC or State Civil Services mains examination, what you do is you go through the video at 9 p.m. for this question that will be telecasted on our channel today. That would be premiered at 9 p.m. today. Through that discussion at 9 p.m. I'll tell you how to write a good answer for this question. The answer would be also uploaded on our website, which is rajayesacademy.com. After all the discussion and going through the model answer, you can write your own answer and post it on our website in the comment section under each question, and our team will evaluate your answers in the next few days. Give your answers a marking out of 15 or 10, whatever the question says, and they'll give you their feedback entirely free of cost. So the question for today is question 134. Explain the role of coral reefs in maintaining ecological balance. What are the factors that lead to coral bleaching? Briefly discuss. Answer in 150 words. Again, there is a grammatical error here. There should be an interrogation mark there. So yes, that is the question that you have today. This question has been updated on our This question has been updated on our website. So definitely go through the discussion at 9 p.m. today, go through the model answer and send your answers to us. First topic for today is regarding the Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef should be placed on World Heritage in Danger List, UN-backed report says. So a report has come up and they said कि जो Great Barrier Reef है, that is off the coast of Australia in Queensland. Great Barrier Reef should be, it is part of World Heritage. First of all, it is a part of UN list of World Heritages. They say that this Great Barrier Reef should be placed under World Heritages in danger. So as you can see, this is the location of Great Barrier Reef. As you can see, this is Australia, and Australia ki eastern coast par, at the eastern coast of Australia, this Great Barrier Reef is located. Yes, good afternoon all of you. So this Great Barrier Reef is located here, and Great Barrier Reef is very important from ecological point of view. That is what the Seize the Mains question is about for today. If you can see, these are coral reefs here. Coral reefs का बहुत ही बड़ा group है. A long chain of coral reefs is known as the Great Barrier Reef. It prevents Australia from strong tides of the ocean, strong waves of the ocean, strong natural disasters that might occur on its coastline. So it is very important that ways. What is the Great Barrier Reef? Let's look at the news once again. They say that the reef is currently not in the endangered list. So any intangible heritage or any UN World Heritage can be put in the endangered list also. So they, Australia was putting a lot of efforts to protect this Great Barrier Reef because this is heritage for mankind. This is World Heritage. They were putting a lot of efforts, but still there is a problem of coral bleaching that can be seen. What happens is, in these reefs, if you can, look at it closely, there is a small algae called zooxanthellae. छोटी सी algae होती है जिसका नाम होता है zooxanthellae. and that algae stays inside the reef and that is in symbiotic relation with the reef. So जो zooxanthellae जो भी matter release करती है, that is consumed by the reef itself, and the reef gives shelter to that algae. That algae has color which gives beautiful colors to this coral reef. Now sometimes what happens due to factors like pollution, due to factors like increasing temperature of the ocean, that zooxanthellae algae that cannot survive in the coral reef. Then what happens, that zooxanthellae algae either it dies or it leaves the coral reef, and hence the color that was available in this coral reef, that could be seen on this coral reef, that was just because the algae was there. Now since the algae leaves and algae dies, this coral reef that it turns into white. पूरा white color हो जाता है इस coral reef का, and that is known as coral bleaching, because after bleaching what you see is white color. So here you can see a lot of colors, but there are many areas in this Great Barrier Reef also where, you know, up till long kilometers the entire reef has gone white. So that is coral bleaching, and that is not very good for the environment. Why? Because as you can see, a lot of marine animals depend on the coral reefs. Coral reefs बहुत सारे nutrients और organic matter release करते हैं. They release a lot of nutrients and organic matter, and due to which these marine species, a lot of fish also, they are dependent on nutrients from coral reefs. Not only the marine species and the zooxanthellae algae, sometimes whatever nutrient recycling, the carbon cycle, the nitrogen cycle that is happening inside the ocean, that is also dependent on these coral reefs only. The amount of carbon that is absorbed by coral reefs is of very much significance. अगर coral bleaching हो जाती है, if coral bleaching happens, then the ocean waters will have a lot of carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide की problem क्या है? When you are operating at the ocean level, at the surface of ocean absorbs atmospheric carbon. तो जो भी हमारा pollution की वजह से, green house gases की वजह से global warming होता है, that is reduced by the presence of oceans, because oceans can absorb carbon dioxide, and this coral reefs, they help in carbon recycling. Carbon cycle जो आपका होता है उसमें बहुत help करते हैं, and oceans can absorb more and more of carbon dioxide, and oxygen levels in the environment can be maintained at optimal levels. Now if these coral reefs, their ecology gets imbalanced, that carbon dioxide will not be absorbed, and hence more global warming will happen and sea levels will rise. Hence Great Barrier Reef, that is the biggest coral reef of the entire world, that is of very much importance for mankind, for our survival. So that's why UNESCO is very serious about it. They say that there was a joint report by IUCN जो आपकी red data list release करता है regarding endangered or vulnerable species, and UNESCO's World Heritage Center. The report has recommended that the Great Barrier Reef should be inscribed on the list of World Heritage in Danger, which has been opposed by Australia, because this is near Australia and Australia is putting efforts. It is very important for Australian tourism and Australian economy. So what is the Great Barrier Reef? Let us read that. It is located off the coast of Queensland in Australia. World's largest coral reef system hai, with over 2,900 individual reefs, 900 islands, that is a lot, and an area covering approximately 3,44,000 square kilometers. That is a huge area, huge span hai. It is one of the biggest biodiversity hotspots in the world, as well as one of the largest carbon sinks. Carbon sinks, as I just explained you, coral reefs, they have the capability to absorb carbon, and hence they are very important for marine ecology and the marine ecosystem. It is managed as a multiple use area where a range of commercial and tourism activities are permitted. So due to all this tourism, due to the pollution, due to global warming, this reef is seeing a lot of coral bleaching. See, जो coral reefs होते हैं, they are also known as tropical forest of the ocean. Now tropical forests are located in equatorial regions. जो आपके tropical forests हैं, they are very important. They are known as lungs of the earth. Tropical forests are very dense and very thick and wide. So these are also known as lungs of the earth, क्योंकि वो air को recycle करते हैं. They purify the air. So coral reefs are sometimes, in a way, they are referred to as tropical forest of the ocean. So that importance has been emphasized here. It is adversely and significantly impacted by climate change factors, affecting its resilience to sustain and regenerate itself. Now frequent bleaching effects, sometimes they say that yes, bleaching agar ek बार ही हो जाती है, if zooxanthellae leaves the coral reef once, then yes, if the conditions are optimal, agar अच्छी environmental conditions मिलती हैं उस algae को, it can come back and yes, the coral reef can get its color back again. But frequent bleaching events have made many reefs sterile, so that is a problem, that some amount of conservation and then lazy efforts in the upcoming years, that leaves many reefs sterile, that they can never be inhabited by zooxanthellae again, and hence they cannot support biodiversity, larger biodiversity also in the ocean again. Degraded water quality poses a particular threat to marine life and corals. Pollutants from agriculture and construction activities have been damaging, and other proposed developments around the Queensland coast are matters of concern. So what does putting Great Barrier Reef on the list of World Heritage in danger entail? इसको इस list में डालने से फायदा क्या होगा? So let's read out the list of World Heritage in danger is designed to inform the international community that something is in danger, that conditions which threaten the characteristics for which a property was inscribed to the World Heritage list, and to encourage corrective action. So basically it brings all the international community to awareness and to action. It also highlights all the measures that need to be taken to conserve a particular World Heritage, because it is already in danger, it is endangered. Corrective efforts बताए जाते हैं और ऐसे factors भी list down किए जाते हैं, for example tourism, or having new settlements with regards to or near the Great Barrier Reef. So they can be kept in check, all the factors can be kept in check. Under the 1972 World Heritage Convention, inscribing a site on the list allows World Heritage Committee to allocate immediate assistance from the World Heritage Fund to the endangered property. So Great Barrier Reef, it is not just a property of Australia या Queensland की property नहीं है. This is something that belongs to the entire mankind, because our survival depends on it. So if it gets that endangered category, अगर endangered category में आ जाता है तो उसके बाद World Heritage Fund से budget allocation हो जाएगा, and more efforts can be put towards saving it. It will invite greater scrutiny for the site. बहुत ज़्यादा checking measures होंगे, more scrutiny would be there, and Australia might not like it. That's why they are defending this proposal. That's why they are against it. So yes, that was the end of our first topic. If there are any doubts, let me know in the comment section. Alright, yes, a very good afternoon all of you, everybody. Any doubts with regards to the first topic? Alright, so let's move on to our second topic of the day, that is new virus revived after 50,000 years. What to know about the zombie virus? See, zombie virus या zombie glaciers के बारे में, zombie ice के बारे में हमने we discussed about zombie ice a few lectures back in one of our Wednesday discussions. What is a zombie virus? See, global warming की वजह से काफ़ी glaciers melt down कर रहे हैं, and we saw the COVID-19 pandemic also. In one way, it was linked to the climate change or global warming. See, if you see that there is a lot of snow, or this is a glacier that is melting, काफ़ी ज़्यादा ऐसे microbes होते हैं जो कि snow में कैद होते हैं. There are a lot of microbes which are actually present inside the snow, but they cannot escape into actual human settlements या animal settlements में escape नहीं कर सकते, because they are trapped inside the snow, and that snow has not melted for thousands or millions of years. तो क्योंकि वो snow के अंदर trapped रहते हैं, इसलिए वो microbes हमें नुकसान नहीं करते. Now zombie virus is a form of virus, or R is a type of virus which when due to global warming की वजह से जब ये पुरानी आइस मेल्ट कर जाती है तो ये वायरस भी रिलीज हो जाता है. वायरस इज बेसिकली अ डेड बॉडी. वायरस के पास अपनी लाइफ नहीं होती, बट वायरस हैज जेनेटिक मटेरियल इनसाइड इट. वायरस का जो होता है, आइदर इट हैज डीएनए इनसाइड इट और इट हैज आरएनए एज जेनेटिक मटेरियल. देयर इज नथिंग एल्स. देयर आर नो लाइफ फॉर्म्स प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द वायरस. वायरस इटसेल्फ इज डेड. So yes, viruses can stay inside the snow of these glaciers for a very long time, and when the snow melts, which has not melted for thousands of years, and hence we have not seen that virus in our water, soil or air for thousands of years, that could now be released from this ice. अब वो इस ice से अगर release हो जाता है, then there are high chances that human beings first of all might not have immunity to it. In fact, our plants and animals might not have got immunity for it. And if there is no immunity with regards to these viruses, and these viruses are very new for us because they were earlier trapped and now they have been set free. So there is no immunity on our part, then again these can cause pandemics. So that's why they are known as zombie virus, that they come to your life and they come to cause a pandemic or to kill a lot of human beings or other lives. So as the issue of global warming becomes the main area of concern for the future, a number of glaciers and permafrost have been melting uncontrollably, freeing up bacteria and viruses that have been on ice for years. So that is where your zombie virus is coming out from. So there is a new virus that has been revived after 50,000 years. So scientists are worried about this. Recently, the French scientists have warned of the onset of another outbreak after they revived a almost 50,000-year-old zombie virus buried under a frozen lake in Russia. तो कुछ French scientists ने काफी मतलब discover किया है and they accidentally revived another virus. This has broken the previous record held by a 30,000-year virus, जो कि that was the oldest virus that had been revived till date, discovered by the same team in Siberia in 2013. So this team, they keep on discovering many viruses there in the glacier area of the North Pole, Arctic region में काफी research carry out करते हैं, and then they have recognized a lot of zombie viruses. So yes, this is the text available to you. This entire presentation would be uploaded on the Telegram channel in a while, on Raj Malhotra's IAS Telegram channel. So what you can do is download and read it out from there. The entire concept has been explained regarding zombie virus. What you can do is that, is the virus potentially harmful? This part is important. That all of the zombie viruses have the potential to be infectious and hence pose a health danger. We might see another pandemic if we do not have the immunity for it. So yes, potentially dangerous होते हैं. They can cause certain kinds of diseases, if not death. It is believed that pandemics like COVID-19 will become more common in future as melting permafrost releases long dormant viruses. Dormant means something that has been in sleep for a lot of years. So after the COVID-19 pandemic, we used to say we see a pandemic every 100 years, but now due to climate change and global warming, there are high chances that we will see very frequent pandemics in future. Now, before coming to the last topic of the day, that is the Great Indian Bustard. It has been in news for quite a while and it is a very important bird for our country. Let me know if there are any doubts in the comment section. All right. So yes, no doubts upcoming. So the next topic is the Great Indian Bustard. First of all, let's see what is this bird. Recently, Supreme Court has directed the government to launch a project like Project Tiger to save the Great Indian Bustard. Yes, okay, we have a doubt there. All right, you're welcome, Ambika. All right, so the Great Indian Bustard, I'll just give you the entire view of the screen. Yes, protecting the Great Indian Bustard. What the Supreme Court has done is recently they have given directions to the government कि जो Project Tiger आपका पहले चल रहा था वैसा ही कोई initiative आप Great Indian Bustard के लिए भी launch कीजिए to protect and to increase its number. See, a lot of efforts have been launched by the government earlier to increase the number of Great Indian Bustard, but again the population of Great Indian Bustard has been falling down. What is the problem? Let's see what is the Great Indian Bustard bird. And where is it found? See, I want you to look at this map. Look at the green areas in the map. That is where, these are the states where Great Indian Bustard is found. So parts of Rajasthan and Gujarat, Rajasthan और Gujarat की geographical boundary है. Then you have some parts of Maharashtra, Andhra, Karnataka. So these are the places where Great Indian Bustard is found. इसका जो habitat है इन states में होता था, but right now this great Indian bustard bird has been restricted to only this part of Rajasthan. If you have been looking at previous year questions of UPSC Civil Services Examination Prelims, they asked you about Desert National Park. Desert National Park यहाँ आपका जैसलमेर एरिया में located है in Rajasthan. Great Indian bustard is the state bird of Rajasthan. उनकी state bird है. The government has put a lot of efforts to conserve this bird. Now in this Desert National Park this is the last population of this bird. So yes. So I think yes, there was a problem here. Can you listen to the audio properly and can you see the video properly, all of you? Okay. All right. So जो last surviving population है इस bird की, it is located in this area only. Now the problem is कि efforts तो बहुत होते हैं but illegal hunting happens. Plus this is a very big bird. What happens is जो भी आपकी powered lines होती हैं, electricity lines, उसमें ये bird trap हो जाती है and then it dies. So if you look at the population, earlier it was in 1969 we had around 1300 great Indian bustards. Then in 1978 it came down to 745. And as of now, if you talk about 2020, there are less than 150 birds left. Approximately बहुत कम number है, around 150 birds left है. And a lot of efforts have been put. What the government does is कि जो इनका habitat होता है वहाँ पर ही छोटे से nest create कर देते हैं Great Indian bustard के लिए. For example, this is your Desert National Park. So inside the Desert National Park, small nests are created for Great Indian bustard to lay its eggs on. और ये जो छोटे छोटे nest होते हैं इनकी fencing की जाती है. A lot of fencing is done so that these eggs are not harmed by other animals, other birds or other species. So nobody can enter here, no livestock can enter here. And इनके जो nest और nest में eggs preserve किए जाते हैं. So those efforts were taken. What other thing was done that if a transmission line is running, अगर कोई ट्रांसमिशन लाइन रन कर रही है जिससे ग्रेट इंडियन बस्टर्ड शायद कोलिजन के बाद या टकराने के बाद इफ दैट बस्टर्ड डाइज, सो व्हाट दे डू इज दे पुट मिरर रिफ्लेक्टर्स ऑन दिस. मिरर्स लगा दिए जाते हैं ट्रांसमिशन लाइंस के ऊपर. सो सिंस दीज मिरर्स आर पुट ऑन द ट्रांसमिशन लाइंस, आफ्टर दैट व्हाट हैपेंस, ग्रेट इंडियन बस्टर्ड वायर की तरफ नहीं आता. वायर की तरफ ही ग्रेट इंडियन बस्टर्ड नहीं आता. इट चेंजेस इट्स पोजिशन, इट चेंजेस इट्स वे ऑफ flight, it's change path of flight, वो change कर देता है. And recently Supreme Court has directed the government कि जो wires हैं carrying a lot of electricity, बहुत high voltage electricity है, ये आप air में नहीं but to protect the habitat of these birds and to protect these birds from dying with these transmission lines in power lines से आप ये जो transmission lines है इसको underground ले कीजिए. So lay them underground. And these are some of the efforts that are being taken. Recently, अब Supreme Court ने government से कहा है कि launch something like the Project Tiger, because Project Tiger helped in almost doubling the doubling or even more than that, more than double has happened, more than double population we have seen of tigers when it was launched. So Project Tiger की intensity का और level का एक project Great Indian Bustard के लिए launch करने की बात हुई है. Also, if you talk about the conservation status of Great Indian Bustard, it falls under the critically endangered category of IUCN. Critically endangered category में आता है and listed in Wildlife Protection Act of Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act. जबकि conservation of migratory species है CMS convention, under that also when it happened in India, last time that convention happened in India, तो जो हमारा जो the bird that was representing India at CMS in Gujarat, that was Great Indian Bustard itself. So a lot of efforts are being taken and preparing this bird for your exam is very much important. It is a part of your syllabus. There are some initiatives. There is a task force that is running to protect this bird. There is habitat improvement and conservation breeding of Great Indian Bustard that is running. Again, the thing I was talking about, that it has been listed in Appendix 1 of Conservation of Migratory Species. इसके Appendix 1 में list down किया गया है and it was the mascot of 13th CMS COP, Conservation of Migratory Species. हमने साइट्स का COP पढ़ा है, हमने UNFCCC का COP पढ़ा है. There is Conservation of Migratory Species also. उसका भी जब COP हुआ था, Conference of Parties, COP 13. It was held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, and our mascot was Great Indian Bustard because we consider conservation of this bird as our top priority. There is Desert National Park that is located entirely for the conservation of this bird. And yes, directions to NGT have been given with regards to conservation, and bustard conservation breeding centers are there in many parts of Rajasthan, especially in Jaisalmer where it is naturally found. So this was about today's discussion. Today's discussion was concerning environment topics only. From next week, we'll be having a combined current affairs discussion for the entire week on Saturdays probably. You'll be informed in time. Till then, stay tuned with Seize the Mains initiative, stay tuned to our channel and download the PDF in some time from our Telegram channel. I'll see you with another discussion on Seize the Mains at 9 PM today and on the subsequent days. All the best. And if there are any doubts, just let me know in the comment section. All right, all right. Thank you, Rohit.